Guys, it's been over 1 year since Breath of the Wild 2 was announced, presenting us this juicy trailer, which a lot of people put a lot of work into trying to decipher every little detail, including, do those symbols mean anything? Is that an alphabet? Does the music, whether it's played backwards, upside down, forwards, extra fast, extra slow, is that a music song that we've heard before? We got riding this elephant, we got Zelda with short hair, we got possible co-op, we got all this underground civilization thing, we got Ganondorf's body exhausting its miasma or whatever, and so there was a lot of theories going on with this. People did theorize this may not even be Ganon, but it does look like it's very much going to be Ganondorf right there. So we have yet to hear more information about this game. It's been too long. There was only one other case since the E3 announcement that we actually heard any information about this game at all, other than this trailer, which was absolutely cracked to death on YouTube videos. Back at that time, guys, it did say Breath of the Wild 2 was in development, okay, but development was very far off. All we had was this little trailer, and this was over a year ago. However, the news and the reason we're making this video right now is that we have new news on Breath of the Wild. Hard, tangible evidence of this game being much closer than anybody really expects. First of all, I want to talk about one other piece of news that we did get, which came out around October 2019, and this is just a secondary article about that news, which was that people were hiring for Breath of the Wild 2, and they were hiring from Monolith Soft, in particular, the developers of Xenoblade Chronicles, which I thought was an amazing game. I did play Xenoblade Chronicles 2 on my stream, my channel, and I think that might still be up if anyone is interested in having a sneak peek of what that's like. It's quite a good game. The designs, particularly of the characters, are top tier, and the gameplay and the story was epic. The voice acting was good as well. So we got those people on board for Breath of the Wild 2. I think they're going to add a very nice, very polished touch. Now, this was the only news that we've had of Breath of the Wild 2 since it was announced. They were hiring for this, and of course this was last year, but at the time people were thinking, oh, because they're only hiring now in October 2019, this game is so far off, maybe 2 years off, people were theorizing. Now back then, all the way back, I did anticipate that, well, we're gonna have a year's break after its announcement first, and then we're gonna probably have another partial year until we actually get the game. Now that's looking like it's still on track to be true, so I did say this all the way back then, but now what the evidence we have now, it does look like we're going to be getting this possibly 2020 later, or more likely, which I am going to probably theorize, April next year, guys, to coincide with the release of Breath of the Wild 1 before. I think that's more likely, another anniversary drop. So it did work out for them before, it's probably going to work out for them again. We could probably expect this game coming out 2021 April, so keep your eyes peeled for that. Now the reason I say that is the news we're going to get into in a second. That news comes from this interview that was done in Spanish with some of the voice actors for Breath of the Wild 2, and in this there was two guys. One of them, by the way, was Revali's voice actor. Yes, Revali is confirmed for Breath of the Wild 2. He's coming. That's great. I'm really excited about that. I know he was everybody's favorite character in the first one. But anyway, the voice actors are here, and this whole interview is in Spanish. If anyone does speak Spanish, you're free to listen to it. I am relying on my information here on English sources, so I'm just showing you the original sources. That is this one right here, and it's about an hour long. Inside this interview, one of the guys actually says that their localization, Spanish dub, is already finished. It's done. Which means the story is finished. Which means all the acting, the voice acting, the animations are done. Everything's put together. It just gives us such a hint towards how close this game is to being finished. Usually the localization is one of the last things in the credits, and maybe it's one of the last things that's actually being worked on, although we cannot confirm that for sure, but it's not. It's usually like one of the end things, of course. So Spanish is done. We don't know about other countries, and actually when they said that the voice acting for Spanish is already done, they actually followed up with, I don't know if we're supposed to tell you that, and stuff like that. So they started talking about that a little bit, and that is just wild. It just busted wide open, because even their concern for whether or not they're allowed to talk about it, and they're actually stopping and pausing to discuss, was that a mistake? Did we just make a mistake by telling you it was already done? That also shows that they probably are aware of how far the game is through, and the fact that they actually showed concern may mean it's much closer. So we can expect this game to be finished, probably finished sometime this year. However, that's when we're going to start getting lots and lots of new news, guys. Loads of news for this game is going to start to come out. We're going to start covering this on a Zelda news series, similar to what I've done on Pokemon news so far. Pokemon news has been going very well. You guys have loved that, so let's start doing Zelda news. Now, the reason I'm covering this at all, guys, is my channel actually originally had its first taste of success on YouTube with Zelda Breath of the Wild, back when I streamed every day rather than actually doing videos. But this time it's a little different. We are going to do videos, we are going to do streams as well, and I'm looking forward to doing those for you guys. As for news coming out as well, guys, Nintendo's president actually came out with a statement talking about replacing Nintendo Directs entirely with something more effective. Obviously, with the whole E3 situation and COVID going off, we haven't had an E3 like normal here. We haven't had the full-on displays like normal. We haven't had the Directs. We've had Pokemon Presents instead, specifically for Pokemon content. We could very well have something similar for Zelda, and we could have something like that on the way as well, guys. It could be possible. Now, he doesn't say it's imminent. He doesn't say Nintendo Directs are going away yet, but they are obviously thinking about it. They're actually talking about it out in public. So it could be similar to what we had with Pokemon. We could be getting Zelda Presents starting to come out sometime this year. As for the game being finished this year, usually that is the case. The game is finished and complete and ready to go a little bit in advance of a lot of the marketing stuff. So like I said, April next year, guys, about 4 months of hyping and releasing new clips, trailers and pictures and stuff like that. We can expect about 4 to 6 months of that stuff starting to happen later on this year, and the game is going to be sitting somewhere. There may even be a leak, there may even be two. You never know, but it looks like so far they've been very careful and they haven't had any leak issues, which is incredible compared to what we've experienced with Pokemon. There was all sorts of leaks, and real leaks at that. That was very interesting to cover as well, but obviously Nintendo did try to crack down on that a little bit. I don't know if we're going to have the same pleasure with this, to be honest. It looks like they got it much more organized. But like I said, guys, I honestly anticipate April. We can expect this game to start rolling up more and more info for us now that the voice acting is finished and Revali is coming. That's a new detail, guys. So look forward to those in my future videos. Make sure you do subscribe if you want to keep on top of this news, because that is exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to cover all the news on this as we get it right here on this channel. For anyone curious about my kind of content for Zelda, this is what it was. I did no hit runs and I did other challenge runs in here too, way back in the day, about 3 years ago. If you guys want to check them, they are still up on my channel. I think I have them all in playlists down below as well. And yeah, I mean, it's like I said, it was a stream. I did these like lengthy ass full-time streams. No hit run was here. This is just a redo of it, actually more recently, 1 year ago, just for convenience sake in a video. So 4 hours 16 minutes on that. It's probably a better time, and if you guys are interested in checking that out, you can. But let me know what you guys thought of all that news that you got in this juicy video right now today. I'm excited to cover more. I'm excited to see what they come out with now. Definitely going to start getting new news on this, and the fact that the voice actors have finished, it's a major giveaway to how close they are to finishing the game. And the fact that we had no info on it, we had no news on it, we were just looking in the dark. We were blind. There was no information to even just quench our thirst. But we got it. We got a little bit now. And this is where you got it from. Just remember that, guys. So I'll see you guys around in the next video. Please do feel free to enjoy any other content. And have a good one. Till the next Zelda news, guys. See you then. Bye.